Holy shit. Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. I cannot put into words my excitement. I can't put it into words, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna inform the Discord that I'm live again. And then we are listening to Kendrick Lamar. Oh my god. I'm so excited. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Human Reviews channel. And today, Kendrick Lamar dropped an album. Out of nowhere. I was just sat here, chilling on my stream. I look in my chat and I see Kendrick dropped. And I was like, yeah, bullshit, he dropped an album. And I go on to his album of the year. I see GNX. I'm like, okay, it might be fake though. So I go on his Spotify. I see GNX. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting him to put this out until next year. I wasn't expecting an album until next year, but we get it today. Out of nowhere. No rollout, no teasing, nothing. We just get the album. Kendrick has had the craziest year this year. He had of course, the Drake beef, which he won. And he has just been doing a victory lap since. This man is performing at the Super Bowl. He had the Not Like Us music video. We have like this new album now. He has been on his victory lap. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Kendrick Lamar, one of the best current artists. Indisputably. Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and now this out. Like, he doesn't miss. I have faith that this is going to be great. I'm just going to get straight into this. Track 1, Whacked Out Murals. I'm also eating toast.
Yesterday somebody whacked out my mural. That energy'll make you niggas move to Europe. It used to be fuck that nigga, but now it's plural. Fuck everybody that's on my body. I pay homage and I'll always mind my business. I never lost who I am for a rap image. Going up your rank. Know you a god even when they say you ain't. A couple rules of engagements, I'ma guide you.
Such a interesting blend of sounds.
In my GM, fuck apologies, I wanna see y'all geeked up. Don't acknowledge me, then maybe we can say it's fair. Whatever though, call me crazy, everybody questionable. Turn me to an Eskimo, I drew the line in decimals. This is not for lyricists, I swear it's not the sentiments. Fuck a double entendre, I want y'all to feel this shit. God, even when they say you ain't, yeah nigga, keep your feelings out the way. Niggas from my city couldn't entertain no boy. Promising bank transactions and even Bitcoin. I got all my relatives.
Don't even have all the lyrics yet.
Let's settle it. These niggas. God knows. I am reincarnated. I was stuck.
It's the fucking song from the Not Like Us music video. Okay. Whacked Out Murals, fantastic intro, high 8, an 8.9 on that intro. That was so good. Oh my god. That shit was nuts. That was so good. All these sounds made into video. This one's getting made into a video tomorrow. The Hendrix is being pushed back. This is tomorrow's video now. Hendrix is being pushed back. There was just so much aggression in that. Oh my god, he is bringing such like a grand, like larger than life energy to this one. That does sort of feel like the same sort of thing he was doing on his like disses from earlier this year. Like particularly this is reminding me kind of a little bit of what he was doing on Not Like Us. Lyrics 100% the standout. Yeah, shit's insanely well written. Great intro. Great intro. Instrumental isn't like his best or anything like that, and that's what holds it back from being like a 9 or above for me. But the writing is so fucking sharp. It brings it up to like the highest 8 I can possibly give. 8.9. Great start. Next up we have Squabble Up.
God knows.
It's the fucking song from the Not Like Us video.
Reincarnated.
So cool.
I was stuck. Woke up looking for the Broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. That could my seat. IP ownership. The blueprint is by me.
89 equals bad. Yeah.
50 deep, but it ain't deep enough. Fuck a plea, there you go, beat him up. Falling from a money tree, and it grew throughout the month.
Oh, money tree.
At the camera. Hold up, where are you from? Bye, bitch. skunk, baby, rockin' it. Quid pro quo, what you want, cause I'm watching it. Broke on the flow, let me know if you clocking it. Brody won't go, but I know.
Wait, this literally is all, the same flow he did on Not Like Us. Don't think Fantana's gonna like this? I don't know. This is like more of like a banger sound.
If it's fictional, I feel good, get the fuck out my face. Look good, but she don't got no ties. Squabble up, squabble up.
You know, going from Mr. Morale, which is such like a deeply personal album, to this, which is just like, essentially, I'm guessing, just gonna be a collection of heaters. Interesting. That was great. Don't like it quite as much as the first one, but that shit was so good. 8.6, I think. Yeah. It's like this song that was in the Not Like Us music video at the beginning of the song is featured in that. He's doing like the goofiest vocal inflection on this one. The beat on this song is just so bouncy and silly. He's like, it feels like him leaning into the more ridiculous aspects of his personality and just trying to make a collection of heaters out of it. And based on these first two songs, it's working. Next song, Luther.
If this world were mine.
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, 5. Hey, Roman numeral 7, they just wanna kumbaya, nah.
Oh, Scissor? Damn.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't give it nobody's no sympathy.
When you ride it, slide.
Maybe you would stop, strike, go.
They play off of each other so well, man.
Heartache, she only doing what she know. Weekends, get it poppin' on the low. This world were mine.
Yes, I was muted, that's my bad. I thought that said Meet the Grahams for a sec. Would have been so fucking funny if you put that on this album. Luther was my favorite up to this point, to be honest. The chemistry between Kendrick and SZA on that track is just fantastic. Their harmonies work so well. The sort of back and forth between them in certain sections is fantastic. I love how optimistic and hopeful the writing is on that song as well. That's my favorite up to this point. I feel like instrumentally, it's the most satisfying. I feel like again, just the chemistry on that song is fantastic, and I fucking love the more hopeful, optimistic writing. This album's not really getting any complaints from me so far. Maybe I could sit here and nitpick the fact that it's not as deep or as introspective as his other stuff, but he's just making fun songs on this one, and I can't complain. I really can't complain because of how fun the songs are themselves. Man at the Garden. And by that, Spotify doesn't want to play the song in a sec. There we go. Absolutely, there's going to be some people that hate this. Oh yeah, it's so different. This is nothing like anything they've made up to this point.
Bitch, I deserve it. I deserve it all. Even with every allure, how much temptation you endured. You probably look for every cure. I said I deserve it all.
There we go, my toast is done. I'm not going to be muted anymore. How's your album so far? Pretty great. Not his best or anything like that, but just so well put together.
Keep these bitch niggas away
What's he
from me.
talking
Keep all my
about?
blessings faithfully. Keep my essence contagious. That's okay with me. I burn this bitch.
It literally just is a song about getting what you deserve. He's talking about what at first he was talking about what he deserves. He was talking about, he says I deserve it here, but he's also talking about someone else in this. Well, no, this is what he deserves compared to what another person deserves. And now he's talking about what his kids deserve.
Still got pain in me. Flip a coin. Want the shameless me or the famous me? How annoying does it angers me to know the lames can speak on the origins or because it's mine? Tell me why you think you deserve the greatest of all time, motherfucker.
Is he talking about Drake? Is he talking about Drake?
I deserve
or am I
it
reaching? Flat 8. My least favorite so far, but not by too much. Still, I would say a great track. God, there's so much to unpack. Just the slower, more intimate approach he takes with that song is fantastic, dude. I will say instrumentally it's the least interesting, and that's what brings it down a tiny bit for me, but like, man, that writing, I'm gonna have to dig into it more, but he's talking about what he deserves in comparison to others, his family, And then he sort of takes a jab, presumably at Drake, but could be, you know, at like someone else who has not earned the position they're in or something like that. This is so much to unpack. As of right now, it's a flat 8 that could grow or shrink. But as of right now, I thought that was pretty great. Next up, we have Hey Now. We just did the Stevie Wonder album.
I like it. Damn.
We're gonna have a feature on this song.
Now,
It
say
says
now,
Kendrick
mother
Lamar
my
there.
end. Crash out, then you better break the backboard. I got friends hoping that they make the tabloids. You know the last one figure, he was Magneto. 1,000 to 1,004. The black Noah, I just strangled me a goat. I walked in with a therapeutic flow.
I'm trying not to like look down. I don't
Hey,
want to
now,
have
say
the
now.
feature spoiled for me.
Hey
I'm
now,
not
say
seen it
now.
yet.
Send the kites, taught my dirties in a pen. Let the honorary walk for the win, for the win. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now, I done slid on a back street. Heavy on the Parmesan, everyday tax season. What the fuck you wearing, bro? It's tacky. Who is he? Free lunch, craft services. Throw your ass out this rental if I smell nervousness. Hey now, say now, let me pop my shit. What
Kinda does seem a bit like a diss track.
I'm way too important. I'm way too important. They wanna see me do my dance.
Who the fuck I feel like Joker. Harley Quinn up in the cut with a blower.
I shit get spooky 8 day in October.
Mighty mom tryna tag a nigga toe. I'm aggressive on the beat in real life, niggas know. Hey, I tatted up my body in the pen, level 4. Hey, bitches acting like some niggas acting like some hoes. Hey, I jumped out that pen, then I jumped up in the ghost. I'm the hottest topic, nigga, see my face, then he froze.
Hey Now, one of the most interesting songs up to this point. There is a lot of just aggression on this album. It feels a little bit like Kendrick flexing, but not in the way of trying to brag about what he's achieved. It's more in the way of trying to bring someone else down. And again, I'm not just gonna say it's Drake, like the obvious one, but it does feel like some of this is targeted at him. Like he's talking about on the previous song, who are you to call yourself the GOAT? And on this song, he's just like, it feels like legit he's talking directly to the other person with this chorus, you know? Like fucking just dissing the shit out of this person on here as well. Again, multiple listens required, 100%. Gonna need to wait until there's more genius annotations to be able to piece this shit together. It's still able to put across so much like powerful anger just through the performance, just through like the surface level interpretations of the lyrics that I'm getting. This shit is wild. Great Dodie feature as well. Feeling like an 8.3 on that one. Reincarnated. Wait, it's not on Genius. Is this one just an instrumental?
I got this fire burning in me from
No, it's
within.
not.
Concentrated fears, I'm a lonely soul. I recollect this isolation, I was 4 years old. Truth be told, I've been battling myself, trying to navigate the real and fake. So cause I wouldn't listen to him, I didn't care about his influence, only love what I was doing. Gifted as a musician, I play guitar on the grand level. I found myself with a pocket full of money and a whole lot of respect. While the record business loved me, I was head of rhythm and blues. Another life, it placed me as a black woman in the chitlin' circuit. Seductive vocalist, as the promoter hit the curtains. I've had everything I wanted, but I couldn't escape addiction. Heroin needles had me in fetal position.
Yeah.
Restricted, turned on.
He's doing a lot of really creative stuff with his voice on this. Like he's sort of almost going into like an almost, it kind of reminds me of like the way Eminem would growl. He's sort of doing something similar to that on this. He's talking about different
sex
people
and
he's been
melodies gave me hope when
reincarnated.
nobody's looking. My daddy looked the other way, he saw sin in me. I died with syringes pinched in me. Reincarnated.
It feels like a 2-pack instrumental with Eminem type vocals and flow on this. Nice guitar.
Kendrick Lamar, a rapper looking at the lyrics to keep you in awe. The only factor I respected was raising the bar. Father, did I finally get it right? Everything I did was selfless. I spoke freely when the people needed me. I helped them.
Okay,
I didn't
this is the
gloat.
best
Even
song
told
on the
them no
album.
when I got urges, but I hold them down.
But your pride has to die.
Okay, Father, show me how. No, I don't.
Oh, yes, you do.
Okay, then tell me the the truth. Every individual is only a version of you. How can they forgive when there's no forgiveness in your heart? You fell out of heaven cause you was anxious, didn't like authority, only searched to be heinous. Isaiah 14 was the only thing that was prevalent, but now we here now. Centuries you manipulated man with music, embodied you as superstars to see how you moving. You in fear, the more that word is diminished, the more it's not real. The more light that I can capture, the more I can feel. I rewrote the devil's story just to take our power back. Incarnated.
That was the best on the album so far. Easily the best instrumental. Crazy good bass line. Compared to other albums of the year, this is kind of dry. Not necessarily. I mean, it's more like compared to the rest of his catalog. It's not as grand, it's not as conceptual, it's not as like emotionally devastating. It's just him creating an album of fun songs that still have his personality, that are just trying something different, and I appreciate it. Yeah, the instrumental on that was crazy. Such a great fucking bass line. The drums were crisp as hell. There was some cool sampling going on throughout that track as well. And then you have the lyrics where he's painting himself as different people. It sounded like at the beginning he was maybe painting himself as Jimi Hendrix, because he was talking about leaving home, he played the guitar for the masses, but he was reincarnated. I think he was painting himself as maybe Jimi Hendrix. So it turns out he wasn't actually referencing Jimi Hendrix here. I've in fact seen more people online talking about Chuck Berry and Al Green. Doesn't really affect my feelings on the song in any way, just wanted to jump in here to correct that mistake I made. And then he paints himself as a woman. I didn't pick up on who the woman was meant to be. And then he turned into himself before having a conversation with God. That was fucking crazy. Okay? That was just such clever lyricism and such a cool way of displaying yourself as so many different characters. I'm kind of blown away by that song. Again, more listens needed. The edited video will have further thoughts. But as of right now, this is a like 9.7. Best on the album up to this point for me. Easy. TV off. Oh, Mustard produced this one.
It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really stepped, but it's not enough. It's the Alpha and Omega, bitch. Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. How to get a nigga gone. Need you a man, baby. I don't understand, baby. Pay your bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction. That's the plan, baby. How many shit I seen? Send them all.
Not
take
like
a risk
us
or take a
two.
trip. You
It
know
kind
I'm
of
tripping for my
is.
dog. Who you?
Part 2. We're getting like a multi-phase track.
Hey. Niggas second. Put up
Okay,
on the
that
gas,
was-
but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off. Crash pulling up in no marked truck just to play freeze tag with a bone to pick like it was sea bass. So when I made it out, I made about 50K from a show. The city just made it sweet. You could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. They get the LA yelling.
Shouting Mustard again, Jesus Christ.
Spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
That was my least favorite so far. It was a very fun song, complete like so fucking over the top, ridiculous. The DJ Mustard beat was great, but there were a couple moments in like him shouting Mustard, and like there was just a little much, and a lot of the constant repetition did get a little annoying at certain points. But still, I think it's a good track. Great beat from DJ Mustard. Does very much remind me of Not Like Us. Another well-written song as well. It's just a couple moments that I think do go a little bit too over the top. Still like a low 7 for me, like a 7.3. Good song, just not quite a great song. I'd probably give that closer to like an 8.5 now. This track's charm is undeniable, the Mustard beat is fantastic, and I do think that the ridiculousness does actually elevate this. Dodger Blue.
White diamonds, 2 a.m. she wildin'. Bitches sick, got they stomach in her comments. What's oh you haven't? Then shut the fuck up and keep it rap. Bitch, I'm from the land.
So fly in this bitch, 50 on me, don't die trying and shit. Y'all streets don't love
Oh wait, there's a feature that they don't even know.
Ain't no sleeping in.
I feel like he's kind of holding back. It definitely is a lot more restrained at certain points, but it's also more aggressive at certain points as well. I don't think it's him holding back. I think it's just him trying to have fun.
Might be cool. Don't take it personal. Go. Just might be.
Okay, yeah, that one sounded really nice. That's another like flat 8 for me. where I would come back to it, but there are a couple things that I think hold it back. I think that the brevity of that song just kind of makes it feel like it has a lot less impact. I just wish it was brought out a little bit longer so that it could like sort of explore the sound of that track a little bit more, be fully fleshed out, because it just feel like it didn't really leave too much of an impression. Maybe on a second listen it'll click with me more when I'm just listening to the album uninterrupted, but I don't know, on its own it just didn't feel like it really had the same like standout memorability that any of the others have had up to this point. Peekaboo.
Aye. What? Aye. What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Peekaboo, I just put them bookers in my chain. Peekaboo, 80 pointers like a Kobe game. Peekaboo, 7.62s I make them plain. Peekaboo,
Surprise, bitch, it's that nigga chicken cheese.
Peekaboo.
Let me FaceTime my op, bitch, I'm in the street.
Peekaboo.
Yes, AGs, I'm putting something to sleep.
Yeah, he's using
Peekaboo, I hit it from the
repetition a lot
back,
on
I
this
told her
album.
move her hands.
Hey, that's my bitch. Hey, that's my bitch. Hey, with all that fake shit.
Fuck bitch business, I cannot be your man. Never got his ass whooped until we open up that can. Damn, alley hoop me bands, I'm a slam. Jam freak bitch, I like my Mac touching yams.
They ain't talking about nothing. Peekaboo.
Okay, that was another fun one. I feel like the biggest thing that is gonna make me want to come back to that is the feature. I feel like, I don't know, he just does a very great job matching Kendrick on that one, but again, the short runtime of that track just sort of doesn't leave much of an impression, and I would argue to an even lesser extent than the previous track. I'm also not as crazy on the beat on that one. That one was still good. Again, it's like another like low 7, like a 7.2, 7.3, but yeah, it just doesn't leave too much of a lasting impression. Well, here we are, our part 6.
Load up the Pro Tools and press 3. Studio filled with Jack in the Box and Pepsis. Niggas watching Warstar videos. That was back when the only goal was to get J-Rock through the door. Warner Brother Records, hope Naeem Ali would let us know. It was simple math. If he made it, that mean I made it. Everything I had was for the team. I remain patient. Cry hearts. My nigga Dave had a champagne Acura, a bunch of instrumentals I freestyled in the passenger. Then
Oh, is that
DJ,
backseat
a hi-hat
freestyle
squabbling
reference?
bloods, pyrus. Remember in the county building with mixed by Ali, we tried to freak the system just to make a couple ends meet. Future, he was homeless and I left home. Q said, Dot, you won't be slept on, you the nigga to bet on. Punch play Phil Jackson in my early practices. Strategies on how to be great amongst the averages. Time flies, I'm carrying debates of a top 5. Burying my ops and allies, but I done a half job. Top, remember Harlem sessions, we would strategize, then hit the streets, then come back, record 3 records. I pick up the phone and bust it up before the history is lost. Hand to hand shake is good when you have a heart to heart.
Interesting that he's putting a heart track on the album. Have any of his heart tracks been on any of his albums? Yeah, none of them are on albums. That's the first one that's been on an album. Interesting. They're just a teaser, yeah. But I guess putting out an album with no teasers, having a heart song on the main track list would make sense. That was great. Just a fantastic tribute to all of the people who have helped get him to where he is. Sort of feels like a trip down memory lane. He's sort of going back to Good Kid, Mad City. At one point talking about doing a freestyle in the passenger, which is obviously a reference to the backseat freestyle. He's sort of like discussing different producers he's worked with. He talks about J-Rock in the beginning as well. And I guess, being a heart song, I guess he's sort of describing these people as like the heart of his discography, the heart of all of his work, and what have made him be able to do all of this, which is a genuinely lovely sentiment for a song. I was expecting a Drake diss for the Heart Part 6, genuinely. I was like, he's probably gonna do the thing where he flips it and turns it into like a reclamation? Is that the right word? Reclamation? Reclaiming the title of the Heart songs, but no, he doesn't even do that. He just makes it a very personal, very sweet, emotionally impactful song. I really appreciate that. 9.4 on that, honestly. Second best on the album up to this point. Next up we have GNX. I'm hoping we figure out what GNX stands for on this one.
What? Oh. Tell him Kendrick did it. Hey, who showed you how to run a
He doesn't need
blitz?
more
Tell him
attention.
Kendrick did it. Who put the like wine? Hi, have you ever been a joint and you know it?
Ay, on the dead ones. We're treated in the mingle like some breadcrumbs. All of my killers on go like who shed Sean. Singing murder music off a murder van. Beat the pushy up like I've been celebrating out murder sin. Who was in? What? Tell him Peso did it.
Hey, who showed you how to run a blitz?
Tell him Peso did
Who
it.
put the West back in front of shit? Have you ever had to flip your unemployment? On the
Get I'm connected like I'm Rosecrans. Kind of shit I seen, try forgetting. I will pop a Zan up at scores doing fouls. True to my religion, Cuban links more than 2 chains. Tell him Hitter did it.
Hey,
It's getting down to the wire. Get on my Bob to build the shit. Get down with the pliers. Been coming back to back his hottest nigga. When it's wartime, they hiding in the cut. Y'all had y'all chance, y'all couldn't do
Bob the
it. I
Builder
swear I'm coming.
mentioned-
Worse than y'all bait. Young Thread did it, nigga.
Was it revealed on this song what GNX stands for? Wait, GNX is a car. Wait, really? The title of the album's just a car? Damn. I thought it had some like deeper meaning. It's literally just a car. Alright. Isn't this a mixtape? It's listed as an LP. This album is not an artsy one, and that's completely fine. I mean, all of these songs are really fun. Car can represent a lot of things to a person. I mean, I guess it's meant to represent Kendrick just sort of flexing his influence and power, which is what a lot of this album has been. It's being like he's gotten to this point where he has influence, he has a lot of stakes in the game, and he's sort of learning to not only use that to his advantage, but also learning to navigate it, and talking about sort of some of the struggles and stuff that comes with that, and using it as a way of, like on the heart, going back and thanking the people who helped him to get there. He's having fun, yeah. This is mostly just fun. That song I would give a solid 8, I think, like an 8.5, 8.6. Fun song, very fun track, great features across the board as well, and then that final verse was smooth as hell as well. I will say writing-wise, it maybe isn't quite as interesting as some of the other songs, but still. Gloria, last song.
me and my bitch got a complicated relationship. She's so controlling, I notice it ain't no playing with her. Wrapping my hand around your waist, that was back when you did whatever I say. Dreams of selling narcotic, running block up. You looked at me and said, baby, dry your eyes. Depend on me as your relief, let your anger be mine.
I just gotta let you know.
2014, I went to Africa, baby. You was my passenger, my eyes and ears for all it is, the neighborhood.
I gave you life. I breathe the motherfucking charisma in this bitch. I bring the blessings. I gave you power.
That was a for free interlude moment.
You are spontaneous, firecracker, plus our love is dangerous. Life of passion, laughing at you lose your temper. So jealous, hate it when I hit the club to get some bitches. Wrote them off, rather see me hit the church and get religious. Chapter after chapter, probably remarry and head to Vegas. Bitches getting marked out, they can't erase our history.
And just one, and they ain't strong enough. I heard it's okay, we notorious. Oh, shit, but we wrong.
This one's better than the last one. I agree. That song feels oddly like a really huge step up. Like, best song on the album step up. That's a 10. That was nuts. Okay, so that song felt like it sort of tied everything together. It sort of felt like after this very crazy journey of him navigating fame, sort of like, I guess, figuring out how to use his fame to his advantage, but also not in a way that disrespects his legacy, and then sort of going through the troubles and struggles of that. This song just kind of feels like being brought back to reality for a moment, you know? It literally just feels like taking a step back and breathing as the final moment of this album. It was too short. Well, the album as a whole, it's still a decently long album. It's 44 minutes. That's like the regular length of an album. But just for a Kendrick album, it's short. SZA feature was amazing. Again, the chemistry between Kendrick Lamar and SZA are amazing. This is such a great wrapping up of the theme. The track was kind of short. Yeah, this nearly 5-minute track. Yeah, should have been 10 minutes to be honest. No, seriously though, that was a perfect closer to this, I think. That was incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, that was GNX by Kendrick Lamar. The last thing I expected to do today was listen to a Kendrick Lamar album, but here we are. Yeah, listen to a Stevie Wonder album before this as well. It was pretty great. And we got an Elton John album after this too. This is an album essentially of Kendrick just having fun, making basically sort of just flexing his fame, flexing his influence, and just creating very ridiculous fun tracks out of it. That he's so like easily able to go from super aggressive, angry, almost like Eminem type vocals into more soft, almost singing on certain tracks. He sort of brings in certain sounds from previous albums. Like there are some songs that feel a little Mr. Morale inspired, songs that feel like they could have been taken straight out of Damn, some songs that feel like they could have been like leftover instrumentals from To Pimp a Butterfly as well. And all of them just come together to create this melting pot of a lot of the things that make Kendrick great, as well as a few minor shortcomings, like certain tracks being a little too short, certain songs not being fully explored to their fullest potential, and also some moments just feeling a little goofy at certain points. But all in all, this is a great album. It's not Kendrick's best, far from his best, but for a 44-minute album of him having fun, it is a lot of fun. I enjoyed every moment of listening to this. Really. And it's nice to get I do think it's genuinely nice to get something that's just a little more snappy from him. It's not like a big concept album over an hour long with like intertwining like story threads and stuff. It's just fun. And sometimes that's all an album needs to be. I am going to add up my scores and then I will tell you what the overall score for this album is. Okay, I am feeling an 8.6 out of 10 on this album, which funnily enough is exactly what the user score for this album is. Best Kendrick album in chat, it's To Pimp a Butterfly. It's the generic pick, but I think To Pimp a Butterfly is his best. Yeah, 8.6. Great album. Not his best, it's not like a perfect 10 out of 10 album or anything like that, but after the insane run that Kendrick has had this year, with the Drake beef and like how insane that entire situation was, he's just been on a victory lap. He's just been having fun, and this album is a great example of that. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of this album down below. How does it compare to other Kendrick albums? Did it live up to or not quite meet your expectations? Let me know what other albums you'd like to see me listen to in the future. Links in the description to my Discord, my album of the year, my Twitter, and my second channel. Check those out if you haven't. Make sure you like and sub as well if you haven't, because we're on our way to 2K. And yeah, I'll see you all whenever I next stream or upload. Bye bye.